to my never-ending TBR. So today I'm going to be doing my June Manhwa and Manga haul. We're going to go over all of the manga and manhwa that I purchased in May. And let's start off with the manhwa, which I read all of the manhwa already. 4 came out in May, so May was an expensive month because manhwa are like $20 a piece. Starting off, we got True Beauty Volume 6 by Yang Yi, but this is one of my favorite manhwa. I love True Beauty so much. There's also an anime and a K-drama based off of this series. We're following our main character, Jonghyun. I think that's her name. I'm not very good at the Korean names. In the first volume, basically, she is kind of like made fun of for being ugly and bullied because of that, even though she's not actually that ugly. And she ends up finding out how to wear makeup and like eyelashes and different stuff like that to make herself look pretty. And so she ends up transferring to a new school with her new like persona and meeting these 2 gorgeous guys. And there's kind of like a little love triangle that happens. It's just such a good series. I love it so much. It's also available on Webtoons, so if you don't want to buy the individual volumes, you can read it through the Webtoons app. And it is a completed series. It's just not all the volumes are out yet. Then I got Kill the Villainess, Volume 2. The original story is by Your April. This is a gorgeous series. I love it so much. So this is like an isekai. We have a girl from like our world who ends up in the body of the villainess in this book series. And she's trying to figure out how to get out of it. And of course we have like the heroine. And our villainess character is like engaged to the prince, but he hates her and he actually is in love with the heroine. She's like going around talking to a witch and a priest and different things to try to like get information on how she can get back to her own world. And it's pretty good. It's an interesting take on the villainess story. Then we have The Villainess Turns the Hourglass, Volume 7 by Sansubi. This is, I would say, my second favorite villainess series. This one's really, really good. This is about our villainess who, when she's about to be executed, she ends up triggering this power that gives her an hourglass that can turn back time. So right before the hourglass turns back and takes her back to before everything transpired that led to her being executed. She is the daughter of a prostitute, and the prostitute gets married by, he's either a duke or a marquess, some type of royalty, and his children are not happy about this decision of his, especially his daughter. She feels that her new mom and her new sister are beneath her and shouldn't be part of their family. So she ends up doing things to basically frame our main girl character so that she gets executed. So when our main girl character goes back, she knows everything that happened and how she got to that point. So she now goes and makes her sister her sister is the villainess. Let's be real here. Her sister's the real villainess. Always has been, always will be. And she also ends up meeting the prince, and there's like a relationship there. And this one also has gorgeous artwork. The fashion, oh my god, the dresses our main girl character wear are amazing. I want her wardrobe. I would love to have her wardrobe. Every single one of her dresses are just gorgeous. She's gorgeous, the prince is gorgeous. In Volume 7, the main story that we got finally comes to fruition, and we now have like another arc starting. So I'm not really sure how much longer this series is gonna be. I guess it all depends on how much time this new arc. Alright, and then the last manhwa is A Business Proposal Volume 9, and this is by Hayua. This is also a K-drama. It was available on Netflix. I'm not sure if it still is, but it was. And this is about this girl who pretends to be her best friend at a marriage proposal dinner, and the guy ends up falling in love with her and is dead set on getting her to marry him. He actually ends up being the CEO of the company that she works for, and her best friend that she was impersonating is this heiress of another company, and she ends up falling in love with the CEO's secretary, personal assistant, and then we have 2 other relationships going on too. So this is just a whole bunch of cute little romances, because I think we have a total of 4 relationships so far. Well, in this one we're getting a 4th one. It's just starting though. We're just getting little crumbs for it, you know? So this is another one of my favorite manhwa series. Alrighty, on to the manga. We've got a new one that Sojo Beat just started coming out with, which is Snow Angel Volume 1 by Haruka Chizu. Muku Shirashika's happy and carefree childhood came to an abrupt end after her father's tragic death. In the 10 years since, she's worked as a thankless caregiver for her dementia-suffering grandfather. Between taking care of her family, searching for a job, and enduring her grandmother's constant criticism, Muku finds herself drowning. She's desperate to escape, but with nowhere to go, Muku loses hope. That is until her childhood friend Yuto appears on her doorstep one snowy day and inspires her to live for herself. So it looks like it's going to be like a childhood, like friends to lovers, but also kind of like, it almost sounds a little literary fiction-y. The artwork looks really pretty. I'm interested in this one. I also found Volume 1 of Yorosei Yatsura by Rumika Takahashi at Wonder Books for a few dollars cheaper than the regular price. I think it was like $16, and it's normally like $20. So this is Rumika Takahashi's like first big series. This is what started off her fame. It was this one, then Masina Koku, then Rama Half, then Inuyasha, and so forth. So I have all of Inuyasha, I have all of Masina Koku. I'm now starting to collect this series, and then I'll still need to get Rama Half, and they also have Mermaid Saga, but that's only like 2. So I might just grab those one time, depending on when. But this is like an alien romance, kind of. This beautiful space alien Princess Lum invades Earth in her UFO, and unlucky Ataru, Moroboshi's world, gets turned upside down. Will Lum become Earth's electrifying new leader, or will Ataru somehow miraculously save the planet from space alien onslaught? In a high-stakes game of tag, Ataru must touch Lum's horns. She's got these cute little horns on her head. In 10 days, or aliens will take over Earth. The fact that Lum can fly doesn't make Ataru's job any easier. As it turns out, the game of tag is only the beginning of Ataru's troubles as he continues to attract strange encounters with otherworldly beings like beautiful snow spirit Oyuki and the sexy crow goblin princess Kurama. So is this like the reverse? Like, guy goes around being a whole bunch of like magical creatures, and then like in Inuyasha, you have a girl who goes back in time and runs into a whole bunch of demons. Some sexy, some evil that they need to kill. But kind of sounds like similar vibes, you know? So I'm interested in reading this one once I finally have it all. I think there's 18 volumes, like 18 big volumes, I think, in total, so it's gonna be a while before I have them all. Then we have Sakura Saku Volume 7 by Ayo Sakisaka. It says, a mysterious boy comes to Saku Fujigawa's rescue when she falls ill on a train, but he leaves before she can thank him. After this experience, Saku never ignores strangers in need of help, to emulate the boy who helped her. So I'm wondering if she ends up finding that guy and falling in love. Probably. It's a romance story. And who knows, maybe she runs into him and doesn't even realize it's him. Then I finished another series. Thank goodness. I'm collecting so many series right now. This is Like a Butterfly Volume 12 by Sue Morishita. This looks so cute. Mrs. Suiren Shibazeki is often compared to a beautiful flower, but one that grows on the tallest peak of a mountain, forever out of reach. When Suiren develops feelings for the quiet Taichi Kawasumi, however, she doesn't want to be a distant flower. She'd rather leave her lofty perch and fly toward him like a butterfly. So this is like a cute little high school romance. Then I got Colette Decides to Die, Volume 3 by Ito Yukimura. So cute. We have an exhausted workaholic apothecary named Colette who decides to jump into a well. But instead of dying, she ends up caring for a new patient, Hades, Lord of the Dead. As Colette goes back and forth between her world and the underworld, new patients of every kind arrive daily. So this is a romance between our apothecary and Hades. I wonder if it's going to give like Hades and Persephone vibes, maybe. I don't know, but the artwork is so cute. Then we have I Want to End This Love Game, Volume 6 by Yuki Domoto. And this is about a girl and a guy who are both in love with each other, but they don't want to admit to it. So they're kind of like fighting to try to make the other one confess that they love them first. I'm not really sure why this isn't Shoujo Beat. It's Shonen Jump. Because, I mean, trying to make someone fall in love with you, that seems like a Shoujo thing, not a shonen thing. But this sounds really cute. And then our last volume is Firefly Wedding Volume 1 by Oreka Tachibana. There's currently 2 volumes out right now, but they didn't have Volume 2 at my local Barnes & Noble. So I'll probably order it online sometime in June. But this is about a noble woman in Meiji-era Japan who's afflicted with a heart condition, and she's determined to secure a marriage that will benefit her family before she dies. But before she can realize her goal, she's targeted by a mysterious assassin named Shinpai. In the last-ditch effort to save her life, Satoko asks her would-be murderer to marry her. Her proposal isn't sincere, but unfortunately for her, Shinpai loves as intensely as he kills. Can Satoko find a way to break the engagement without losing her life? So this is a older teen romance between an assassin and an ill lady. The artwork for this isn't that good in my opinion, but it's not terrible. It's also really bloody, so it looks like this might be kind of twisted, like a dark romance maybe? I'm just going to show you a picture of his eyes. He looks like a psychopath. I think this will probably be pretty amusing. Those are all the manga and manhwa that I got in May. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what manga you've gotten recently and what you're currently reading. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful good day or night, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye!